Have you ever wondered how many planets could actually fit inside Earth? Or how many Earths could fit inside the giants of our solar system? Today, we're putting that to the test. Starting with the smallest worlds, we'll fill Earth with planets and moons smaller than our own. Then we'll reverse the challenge and see how many Earths can fit inside the larger planets. From tiny dwarf planets all the way to the gas giants, we're covering every major world in the solar system. And at the very end, we'll take on the ultimate challenge, the Sun. But before we begin, there's one important thing to know. For every test, you'll see two numbers. The first is the ideal number, calculated by simply dividing the volume of the larger sphere by the volume of the smaller one. But space isn't that simple. When you try to fill one sphere with other spheres, empty gaps always appear between them. That's why we'll also be testing the real result to see how close we can actually get. Now that the rules are clear, let's start with the smallest world on our list, Ceres. Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Even though it's classified as a dwarf planet, it's tiny compared to Earth. In theory, if we only compare volume, Earth could hold 2,498 Ceres-sized worlds. But once we account for all the empty space between the spheres, the real number drops to about 1,850. And that's just the beginning. Next up is Pluto. Pluto may no longer be considered a full-sized planet, but it's still one of the most famous worlds in our solar system. Based on volume alone, Earth could fit 154 Plutos inside it. But when we actually pack the spheres together, the number falls to just 83, and things are about to get bigger. Let's see what happens with Europa. Europa is one of Jupiter's largest moons, and one of the most intriguing places in the solar system. Beneath its icy surface, scientists believe there may be a vast ocean of liquid water. Earth could hold 68 Europas. But once we start packing them for real, that number drops to just 36. Now let's move on to a world much closer to home. The moon is Earth's only natural satellite, and the brightest object in our night sky. By volume, our planet could fit 49 moons inside it. But after a tourney for all the gaps between the spheres, the real number comes down to just 26. Next up is Io. Io is Jupiter's innermost large moon, and the most volcanically active world in the entire solar system. Its surface is constantly being reshaped by massive eruptions. Based on volume alone, Earth could fit 42 Ios inside it. But when we actually pack them together, the real number drops to 22. Next, let's see how Callisto compares. Callisto is Jupiter's second largest moon, and one of the most heavily cratered objects in the solar system. In theory, Earth could fit 18 Callistos inside it, but in reality, only 7 fit once the empty space is taken into account. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and the closest one to the Sun. Based on volume alone, Earth could fit 17 Mercuries inside it, but the real result is just 7. Next up is Titan. Titan is Saturn's largest moon, and the only moon in the solar system with a thick atmosphere. If we compare volume alone, Earth could fit 15 Titans inside it, but when we actually test it, only 6 fit. Next, Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in the entire solar system, even bigger than the planet Mercury. By volume, Earth could fit 14 Ganymedes inside it, but in the real packing test, only 6 fit. Now let's see how Mars compares. Mars is often called Earth's closest planetary cousin, but when it comes to size, there's a much bigger gap than most people expect. Based on volume alone, Earth could fit 6 Mars-sized planets inside it. In reality, only 2 fit. Venus is often called Earth's twin because it's almost the same size as our planet. By volume, Earth could fit about 1.2 Venuses inside it, but in the real world, only 1 Venus-sized sphere can fit. Now it's time to move beyond Earth and head to Neptune. Neptune is the most distant planet in the solar system, a giant world of powerful winds and deep blue storms. Based on volume alone, Neptune could hold 59 Earths. But when we actually pack Earth-sized spheres inside it, the real number drops to 34. Next, let's see what Uranus can hold. Uranus may look similar to Neptune, but it's actually a bit larger. It's also famous for rotating on its side, unlike any other planet in the solar system. By volume, Uranus could fit 65 Earths inside it, but in the real packing test, only 42 Earths fit. Next up, Saturn. Saturn is best known for its spectacular ring system, but the rings are only part of what makes this planet incredible. Saturn is so large that Earth starts to look tiny in comparison. Based on volume alone, Saturn could hold an astonishing 844 Earths. Even after accounting for all the empty space between the spheres, the real number is still an incredible 625 Earths. And somehow, Saturn isn't even the largest planet in the solar system. Next, Jupiter. Jupiter is the true giant of the solar system. A massive gas world so large that all the other planets combined still wouldn't quite match its scale. By volume alone, Jupiter could fit about 1,407 Earths inside it, but real space isn't perfect math. When we actually pack Earth-sized spheres inside, the gaps between them reduce the total. Even so, the number is still staggering, around 1,042 Earths. And yet, Jupiter is not the final stop. It's simply the largest planet in the solar system. Now we move to something even bigger: the Sun. The Sun is on an entirely different scale. It's not just the largest object in the solar system, it dominates it completely. Everything else we've seen so far could, in theory, fit inside it with space left over. By pure volume, the Sun could hold about 1,301,000 Earths inside it. But space doesn't pack perfectly. When we actually simulate real packing with spheres, all the gaps between them reduce the total, bringing it down to around 963,000 Earths. And even with that reduction, the number is still almost impossible to imagine. Nearly 1 million Earths, all inside a single star. At this point, every comparison before it starts to feel small. Planets, moons, even Jupiter, they all become minor details in something this massive. This is the scale of the Sun, and it's the final stop in our journey through size. And that brings us to the end of our journey through the solar system. We started with tiny worlds like Ceres, moved through familiar moons and planets, and ended with the absolute giant of our system, the Sun. Along the way, the numbers grew from a few dozen Earths to thousands, and eventually to nearly 1 million Earths inside a single object. What makes this so fascinating is how deceptive space can be. From a distance, everything looks separated and balanced, but once you start comparing volumes like this, the scale differences become almost unbelievable. Even Earth, which feels enormous in our everyday life, turns out to be just a small piece in a much larger cosmic puzzle. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to subscribe for more visual science and space comparisons. There's always another scale waiting to surprise you. And tell me in the comments what you want to see next: bigger, smaller, or even stranger. See you in the next one.